ProMods 2.56 is finally here, and I can finally do that route that I have been waiting for. The route towards the Austrian Alps. Let's do this. Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to ETS2. Oh my goodness, I know we have all been waiting for this since 141 came alive. The equivalent compatibility patch for ProMods 2.56 now here. But wait, there's more. It's not just the compatibility, apparently. There are some new areas as well. So let me go and actually highlight a bit of the details on what changed and who did it, because as you guys might know, I'm a huge fan of giving credit where credit is due. You know, ProMods team as a whole is doing all of this stuff for us, but in particular, each of these areas have certain developers, so let me do my best on highlighting each one of them. Okay, so if I understand correctly, and I'm sure someone from the ProMods team will correct me if I got it wrong, stay tuned and read in the comments. I'm sure someone will do that. So how I got it, I think Plum is the one responsible for creating the German area rebuilds. So the Munich Alliance Arena, hopefully we'll pass that by today. I'm not sure where it is. I'm sure it's somewhere here, but that might be by Plum, as well as this route that we're going through. The BAB 8, the, how do you read it? Bundes Autobahn 8, right? Is that how you read it? I guess so. That's why you see some gray areas there, even if I've been there before. And the main event of the evening, the A10 in Austria. This should take us to some beautiful sights in the Austrian Alps. You guys might know, I'm very fond of the Austrian Alps, even in Flight Simulator. So seeing that in ETS2, and I think ProMods have unlocked a new technique, a new method in making the farther distances still appear. So we'll see how that looks. This entire thing, A10, was done by Fisher, and Scan, I think, did the A12. So A10 by Fisher. In A12 near Innsbruck, I think it's the tunnel here, this area, was done by Scan. I think I got that right so far. Right, and there is a new place as well. How do you read this? Flachau. That might also be by Fisher. Might be. I'm not so sure. And then there is a place in Sweden. Do you read it as Vosteras? Something like that. This area has been rebuilt as well. And the one who did this is Papier Sud. Hopefully I got those relatively correctly. But yes, look for the comments for more accurate info. Just increasing the awareness, you know, so we know the names who are actually doing those changes, doing those amazing stuff for the entire community. In addition to just saying ProMods as a whole. Alright, anyway, let's go and get started. Here we are. Alright, DAF XG with Zeemod sounds, with Tiger's version 2.0 of the dashboard. Beautiful, bassy engine sound. Let's go. Release that parking brake. Are those birds I'm hearing? You guys hear those birds? Is that here or is that in real life? We'll never know. Let's just say the immersion is real on that one. Alright, let's do this. Maybe we'll see the Alliance Arena on the way. Keep your eyes peeled and I will try my best to look left and right as much as possible. Girteca Logistics. And yes, I'm in 141 now. I was only mainly waiting for ProMods and it's here, so taking the plunge, getting all the benefits of 141. Quick travel, improved photo studio, ability for convoy multiplayer stuff, but only in the default, no non-modded profile. Good. Brake please, thank you. Okay, it's working. Our cat is still sleeping, our dog is still happy, everything okay. Now, you might not have seen this before. This has a relatively new update, I think. You'll see that my phone doesn't have a GPS, so doesn't have a phone speed limit anymore. I had a mod, right? I still have a mod that adds the speed limit there on the lower right. I didn't... let me see. I disabled it because I had the assumption that the dashboard would now do that for me, but apparently that dashboard has a fake speed limit sign there. It's static, I think. No, it's 80 really. Okay, so some confusion with this 70 and 80. I'm not sure what that's all about. Here it's 70, but that's still 80. Okay, then that number might be fake. Crap. Okay, so ignore that number on the dashboard. We'll focus on the signs outside. And let's see where that arena is. Right, let's follow this GPS. Nuremberg. I was driving through here a while ago and my goodness, I don't remember this place looking like this before. It is so detailed with all the different buildings and roads intertwining. But it all is feeling super optimized. Like you don't feel any stutters. You don't feel any slowdowns when you would expect them to be there already. That I guess just shows the optimization skills of the ProMods team, how much they've learned through the years. I remember the time when ProMods, you had to sacrifice a bit of FPS for the quality. Like remember the beginnings of, what was that, Barcelona, right? The most action-packed city, but also the most action-packed in terms of FPS. And you had to trade one for the other. Well, these days, you don't have to pick one anymore. You can get both. Quality and FPS quantity in that case. Because they have been learning. They have been learning from SCS. They have been learning through experience. And everything is looking better than ever. Alright, let's see. Any arenas in the vicinity? I see anything? I see an IKEA. And I see I'm about to go off the highway. 1 second. Alright, let's focus here. Oh, that's a bit disappointing. I don't actually like that. If that's going to be a fake thing, I'd rather it not be there, right? I purposely removed my speed limit sign on my phone GPS, the mod I made, because I thought that thing on the dashboard would be taking its place. But yeah, it looks like a static thing. Unless I did something wrong. So I guess let me know if ever. But yeah, the German Autobahns have been always one of my favorite places to drive. Just super relaxing, and you can trust that you can go 80 the entire way, even when it's these kind of sharp bends like these. They are sharp, yes, but you can still go full 80 without needing to worry if you're going to flip over into a Clumsy. So in short, these are all Clumsy proof. But yes, I am happy that our modders, our community, our modding community is back in action. Updating stuff, adding even more content compatible for 141. Because yes, I was initially in the previous videos, if you guys might remember, I was mentioning about ETS2, that nothing is happening on ETS2 end. Like lots of new things in ATS, right? Wyoming, Zeemod sounds, upcoming new truck from John Ruda, those kinds of things. But in ETS2 I have not been hearing a lot. And suddenly, in rapid succession, we have this guy, ProMods 2.56, and all those updates, compatibility patch, and we also have Pomizania. So expect a lot more videos on ETS2 next week. This is what I've been waiting for. You guys heard there's been a lull, right? That's why there have not been many ETS2 videos recently in the channel. There's been a lull when it comes to the updates. Updates both on SCS side and on the modder side. Well, that lull seems like it's over, and now all the updates are coming in waves. Amazing. Okay, we're getting a sneak peek on the mountain action here. That's looking great already. But I think we should be up for more, because if I remember correctly, ProMods did a premiere on this once on the A10 in Austria. They drove this exact route, I believe, very close, and when I was looking at it, I was like, I have to drive there. And that was exactly the time when I was flying over in Austria in Flight Simulator. Flying in Austria, looking at the Alps, seeing it from above. But yes, driving on the Autobahn at surface level and seeing the mountains from a different perspective, definitely something I am interested in. My goodness, look at those signage. Don't even know where to begin, how to read them, but looks as real as possible. No complaints here. I hope I'm not getting lost. Yeah, we're good. And yes, no problem with the speeds as well. Could have maintained 80 all throughout. What is that sign? Does anyone know? That 99 thing there. Interesting. In this one, it's black. It might be... Is it a bug on my end? Or is that like a digital display that's not working at the moment? Let's cut this guy off. No, I don't think so. I don't think it will happen. He won't stop. Okay, but this time, second time's a charm. No, you stay there. Aha, good. Alright. Here we go. A10. Okay, are we on the A10 now? Let's have a look. Yes, this should be it. This should be the start. So, too bad we weren't able to see the arena. Or maybe I didn't see it, but you guys might have. Let me know in the comments if ever. But here we go, guys. Start enjoying the mountain views. Phew. That might be a worthy screenshot, that area right there. Let me have a look later. There it is. The mountains are coming. That looks familiar. Oh my goodness. You see like mile markers there, right? Like kilometer markers. Is that maybe like how many kilometers till that stop or something along those lines? Okay, Flakau. That's the town we saw. If that's how you even read it. Keep it at 80. There we go. Looking good. Even the textures, even the simple textures on the barriers, it's pretty nice. I wonder if that's something custom they did or something they used from the recent, one of the more recent DLCs. But yeah, you can see, guys, mountains all over, right? And no pop-ins in sight. Let me try and remember. I hope someone from the ProMods team can elaborate on that technique, because it seems like from what I've been seeing in the discussions, ProMods has discovered something new when it comes to... Actually, they didn't even specify what that is about. But I'm guessing, based on what we're seeing here, guys, I'm guessing that's about draw distances, especially for these mountains. But look at this! Ah, yes, this is exactly what I've been hoping for. Look at how just everything is there, no pop-ins. Long have we wished for something like this, and finally we do. I'm not sure how ProMods did it, but yeah, they mentioned that they hope that this SCS will start using this technique, which gives me the impression that it's something that they discovered that not even SCS is doing yet. And I wonder if it's something about the... By default, they have a 1500 meter draw distance limit. I think that's been increased now to 4,000 or 4,500. I wonder if it's something about that or something even more. But oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. I'm like a kid in a toy store. Yes, the moment I saw this in the premiere, I've been waiting for this to release. I don't know, there is something about maybe it's like a humbling experience, just being on the ground, looking up and seeing mountains all over wherever you look. We've seen that happen once. I think it was in Switzerland, in what was that city? Grindelwald, I think. That entire town was like surrounded by mountains like this, and it was just a very humbling experience. And before, that was a problem here in ETS2. Before, you could not do this so much because mountains would continue popping in, and it would kind of ruin the immersion, right? That's one thing we always hated. The mountain doesn't appear in front of you and suddenly it is. Like, how can a mountain just pop out of nowhere? Being that huge, yeah, it's going to be an absolute immersion breaker. One second, is this a toll gate? Really? It does look like it. Okay, let's slow down here. Go full retarder. Good, a bit fast. There you go. Love that subtle whine on the retarder. Something feels weird with my track IR. I think my camera moved a bit. Sorry about that, guys. It's a bit wonky at the moment. I'll have to adjust the camera. I think I knocked it out a bit. But hopefully you're still enjoying the view. From this angle, look at this. From this angle, you can't even see the top of the mountain. That's how huge it is, and that's how near it is to us. Isn't that amazing? Like, you have to look outside and look like that just to see the tops of the mountains. That is amazing. I think they were saying goodbye to us, the sign. You guys will have to let me know what that's. Oh, a helicopter. A helipad. I want to fly there. Oh, where is this? A10, right? In between Munich and where are we going? Klagenfurt? Yeah, Klagenfurt. I will look for this area in Flight Simulator. I'll see if it looks remotely like this. Maybe we'll find the exact mountain that they're trying to represent. That will be super cool. Ah, there it is. We do have some like slight pop-ins like there. I think that's the edge of what the graphics engine can do given all the limitations. So it's still not perfect. So we still have some limitations in that when it comes to that. But my goodness, how far we've come, right? How far we've come. 1 second. Keep it at 80. Alright. There we go. Yes, I'm happy to be back in ETS2. It's great to see that the modding community is back into play. And yes, as I mentioned, expect the next couple of days we will have more ETS2 videos. We'll have flight sim videos as well. I really hope you guys get into that too, because I am fully committed to flight sim now. But don't worry, we'll have both of them. So if you're not a fan of either, you can expect one or the other. But it is still my wish that you be a fan of both, like I am. Anyway, so expect a few more videos coming out soon for ETS2 in the coming days, weeks, because I would want to explore more of these ProMods areas, and I would want to explore Pomezania 1.3. I've driven a bit offline over there just to see how it looks, and my goodness, it looks amazing. 1:1, 1:1 map really gives you something to be in awe about. Sense of scale. Ah, there's an airport here. There is. Ah, that is perfect. I can start here in Flight Sim. Looks like a big one as well. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Well, look at this. This is smart, actually smart implementation. They have some barriers here. I'm not sure if that's in real life, but if you look outside, It's because there's like a draw distance problem over there in the mountains. You can see some pop-ins. Yeah, it's they're stretching the limits of what the graphics engine can do. But if you stay inside your truck, you actually don't see any of that. Well, this one you see this part. But yeah, it's a great way of hiding the inefficiencies of the graphics engine, right? The imperfections of the graphics engine. So making it work, making do with what they have. That's actually a brilliant way of doing this. Although this part, I'm not sure if this is still new. Yeah, it does seem like it's an older area now with the textures and with the way the roads bend. You see the sharp lines instead of the proper curved ones. Like you can see visibly the edges. Yeah, I think this is an older area. The textures feel quite old, which is actually a good thing in a way, because it highlights how far we've come. I mean, yes, this looks great, but why are my wipers moving? My bad. Yeah, this looks great, but it's nothing compared to the one we've gone to, right? The textures look completely different. This one feels a bit more dated now if you compare to where we've been. It's always going to be the challenge, is as we start, as the community learns more and more tricks, as the textures get better and better for each DLC, then the newer areas will look better and better, but that kind of highlights more how old the textures are in the older areas. That's always a cat and mouse chase. You make this area better, you make the older area worse, kind of thing. And then you make that older area new and better, then the previous new area looks worse. So yes, it's going to be hard to make everything the same level. So we work with what we have, but my goodness, I've enjoyed this trip. Hope you guys have too. We are nearing our destination here, so not the longest road. A couple of texture problems here. Yes, that was fun. That was fun. So if you guys have been exploring ProMods 2.56 as well, let me know if you found some interesting sites, and we'll see. Maybe I can also go through and discover them at one point. Looking good here. Man, I miss driving this truck. DAF 2021, DAF XG with the mirror cams and all the fancy equipment. But yeah, I think I'll be bringing back my speed limit there, and not sure, is there a version of this computer dashboard that doesn't have the speed limit? Maybe it was not meant to be an active thing. Maybe that was meant to be like you are limited to 80 kilometers, don't forget. Maybe it's more like that and not really a representation of the speed limit of the road you're on. Maybe that's the way it is. What I like about this though, and I'm not sure if this is only in the mod or even the default dashboard, you can see on the time, right next to the time to the right, there's a 01 there. That means 1 minute till we arrive at our destination. So it's a time to go. Because I think, correct me here if I'm wrong, by default, that time will show the ETA, the estimated time when you will be arriving. In our case, that's 12:59 when we arrived here. But this one, I see, it's a kind of time to go thing. How many minutes, how many hours before you arrive in your destination. And right now it's 0 because we're here. And that's going to prove very handy. So you don't need to open your route advisor like this, right? It will be a bit more immersive having all of that stuff in the dashboard. So for all that technology, might as well have more info in there. Did I just hit a trailer? No one saw anything, guys. No one saw anything. Sorry. Alright. let's park this up and call it a video. If I still know how to park European trucks, that is. I would bet I would be oversteering here. Look at the fuel consumption, guys. 31.6 liters per 100 km. My goodness, isn't that efficient? Shows you the beauty of modern technology. Might not sound as good as the older engines, but my goodness, it sure is efficient. Yeah, my track IR is kind of fidgeting. I have to adjust the camera in a bit. Let's see. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Good. There we go. Perfect. Did we hit any trailers? Well, maybe we only hit ourselves. Maybe I kind of jackknifed there as I was making the turn. Alright. Unload. Good to go. Ah, I love that new sound. The unloading. The rolling of the trailer legs. That's something new from Drive Safely, he told us. From the sound fixes mod. Awesome stuff. Awesome, guys. Alright, so hope you enjoyed that quick video. How long did we take this? 30 minutes more or less? Yeah. Short and sweet. Let me know what you think. And let me know if you find some other cool stuff. I'm happy to be now in 141. Thanks for watching. Clumsy Trucking. Catch you in the next one.